Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. New subscribers, welcome. Returning subscribers, welcome back. How are you guys doing? I'm glad you decided to stop by here this evening. Just have a few updates for you guys and a little discussion tonight. Thank you to the usual people who are always here whenever we're on. And if this is your very first time to the platform, we welcome you. So let us see who's here so we can get going. Guys, please give the live a thumbs up and share it with somebody before we get started. Phone lines are open. Before I forget, I see some new names in the comments there. Let I give you a shout out. All right, so guys, it was a very interesting day at the circuit court in downtown Kingston today. I'm going to show you what took place. As you know, Jolian Silvera went to court today for his bail hearing. Last week he went and we learned that it was not exactly a day for a decision. But last week it was reported that he was smiling in court. Not so much this week because the presiding judge denied him bail. For some reason, them say the constitution, I don't know what kind of constitution that or what kind of outdated constitution is that, but we are hearing that the press and the media are not allowed in the courtroom. So the reason for the bail denial is not known. The grounds and conditions from the prosecution side as to why it was denied, and also from Silvera and his legal team side. We don't know, and we probably won't know unless and until the defense say so or the prosecution, which I highly doubt. So as we can see, and as the Media Association of Jamaica stated at the beginning of this thing here, that there is a level of skepticism from the public where this case is concerned because we're not getting any information. There's no, it's like it's a private case shut off from the public. And this man is a public figure. He's a former member of parliament. We should have press and media who can go in there and cover everything and come tell the public why bail was not granted and on what conditions he made bail, if any. Something is very wrong. Something is fundamentally wrong with the way this is going. I don't care what rules. This is the first time, exception to the rules. I don't care what rules the British them put there from 19 how long. Today, we live in a time now where we respect free press, and Jamaica supposed to be one of the countries in the region that respects free press. So why is it that we are at the same thing Dayton Campbell do, you know? Dayton Campbell, who is supposed to be a public figure, he has a case before the court right now where him say must sue people for defamation and them accuse him saying he's a pedophile. And that case is marked private. So the press and the media them cannot go seek any information and bring to the public. Only if people involved say something, they will know. But in Jamaica, it is a system where the politicians corrupt the system and use it to their advantage. But other people, regular people, average people, are not afforded that opportunity. Right, guys? So that's where we're starting tonight. Now, I'm going to show you what took place before in front of the circuit court. Me already shown what happened last time. So this is what happened today.
I'm saying today we are tired. You must do your time. No bail for you. No bail. No bail. No bail.
What would you say to people who would look at you and say this is all political, that's why you're here?
No, it is not. It is not political. No political. It's the shedding of the blood upon our land in Jamaica. We are tired of it. It must stop. No bail for you. And justice must be served. Justice must be served.
You notice we have no color out here, we just need justice. No color.
So Ivan, what are you saying?
I'm saying today we are tired of the men them shedding the ladies' blood upon the land. And if you do your crime, you must do your time. No bail for you. No bail. No bail. No bail.
What would you say to people who would look at you and say this is all political, that's why you're here?
No, it is not. It is not political.
Yeah, guys, so that was the atmosphere down at the circuit court this morning. Women out there, no bail, them say. I was reading some of the signs out there. This one say, Mark, Julian, Dayton, Mikhail, why you never go Melissa funeral? That one here say, who cleaned up the murder scene? We need answers. Let the media in. What an embarrassment and disgrace, oh God. Eh? All sort of thing, no bail. Protect our children. All sort of things, you know. But nonetheless, I am happy to see the people them out there protesting. Whole heap of people on this platform especially. Them not like the fact that this channel here has been advocating for justice for Melissa non-stop. Them not like that. Them have it for say, we build platform for Melissa. And anybody know we over here, so know me especially. Them know so me not new to political discussions nor to the social media platform. But they boy a long time. Long enough where we were sounding the alarm on these people saying that they're viperous and murderous. Long time. So we no need for build platform after that. When we over Facebook or regular, then take what content can come over here so. And it was okay. But it just goes to show you how mankind can be so corrupt that they would have a problem with other people talking about and advocating for justice for a woman who was brutally slain by people who knew what they did and covered it up to trick the crowd. They want us to be silent because those same people are seeking power in Jamaica. And if we continue to talk, and if we continue exposing and showing that this was an elaborate cover-up where they wanted the truth to be hidden, that's going to put them at a political disadvantage. Well, guess what? We are not deterred. We don't care what you think. What you are not going to do is call our names out here and behave like you want to run up in a this and bully this. That's not going to work. So all who are uncomfortable with the truth, those of us who speak the truth and those of us who advocate for people who cannot advocate for themselves and stand up for themselves, we are not sorry. If we don't want to choose silence and, go on with a corrupt mind because we feel like the politics is more important than people's lives and it is more important to put people in government or a part of a murder cover-up, then that's phone of conscience. We not go walk around with that the burden upon our shoulder and conscience. You crazy? No. Just like what Melissa's pastor said, the deafening silence, which is observed by everyone, that's not going to be us. We're not going to be a part of that. You can be a part of that if you choose to. If you decided you're going to stop talking about the horrific death that this woman suffered when they shot her and left her there to bleed out, if you would start talk about it and you decide right now, say now, but I talk about it no more, and you have to go looking at the mirror upon yourself and tell yourself or ask yourself why you stop talking about it. But you have some people them cannot look in at the mirror. That is the problem. Cannot look themselves in the mirror. We are happy to be part of the advocacy for justice for that woman. Them do her bad. What 3 gunshots are doing at the woman body. Them come talk about dead in a sleep like people are idiots. Eh? And at that they don't want nobody to talk about. Cause why? And some of them out here every day. Like they want to preach upon people and call up people name. Me say, make sure say if them call me name, wanna tell me, I walk on nobody over here so I'm afraid of them. Anyway, me could move on with this. The people them say no bail and if you show up every day. And that me say. Show up every day. I would really want to know why the judge denied the bail, but as I've said and as you guys know, whenever a person exercises a disregard for the law and the process, especially when he was told to turn himself in and he did not, that does not sit well with the people who you are going to ask for bail and for anything to your favor. They are not going to grant that to you. So I would assume that that partly had something to do with the judge's decision. But either way, it doesn't matter. The word over here, so, is justice for Melissa. Yes, and our family and our children them. And that's all our business about. Right? But guys, as you can see, the topic here tonight says the protest happened and Silvera was denied bail. And also we're going to talk about why God is punishing the PNP. And I am just going to talk very frank tonight. And I don't care who vex, because nobody don't put on my pot on fire. Right? So we just start the truth. You see, in life, I learned a long time ago that you cannot go through life doing evil and wickedness to people and think, say, you're going to have smooth sailing. It doesn't work that way. You see, the thing when you have karma, it will always come back on you. And therefore, I always try to walk the straight and narrow. When I provoke people, try to destroy people's lives, disrupt people's lives, people's peace, and people's sanity, you can't do them something in a life and get through. It does not work that way. And if it not come back on you, it's going to come back on your children. That is how it works. And if it not come back on your children, it going to come back on your spouse or people where you love. Because the transfer of energy is real. What these people did to the Jamaican people, remember, when Michael Manley gave the PNP to PJ Patterson, when PJ Patterson took over the People's National Party after Michael Manley, the People's National Party became something different. It started to take this different route of a disregard for the masses of the people, a disregard for what is right. That is the turn that the PNP took, right? And I am not saying that to say that everybody in the PNP participated in that. But the people you are looking at on this screen, they are participants of what they turned the PNP into when PJ Patterson took over the reins of the party. They bring in these unscrupulous people who don't have no heart. Omar Davis, Mark Golding, and Peter Bunting. So you see the transfer of energy when I talk about, guys, that transfer of energy is on the entire People's National Party right now. Right? I'm going to show now a video real quick and then we will come back and discuss.
Is that our systems are based on the worst impulses of us as human beings. Greed, lust, one-upsmanship, every man for himself, dog eat dog, kind of toxic individualism. So capitalism is just a tool. It's a tool for a transfer of resources. Capitalism is founded on those worst, most basest impulses of humanity. Then it can cause rampant destruction and create tremendous income inequality, and where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Very, very hard to cope with life like this.
After working hard for several years to build his dream house, he was thrown out in an instant, losing belongings he and his family had spent years accumulating. The Finsacked entrepreneur claims his house, which was valued at between $9 and $11 million, was offloaded by Finsack for just $3.5 million.
At the time when the house sold, they said that whole 11.8 million. And they said they sold it for 3.5, and I still have a balance of 7 point something. Up to now, I don't know if I still owe that money or what happened. I don't know if I have a money in my hand now, if they will come to me for that money, because they say I owe it, and I don't know if it's still growing interest. Because every time we ask for an account, nobody won't give it to us.
Mr. Willis says he ended up being Finsacked because he took a revolving loan from the now defunct Eagle Commercial Bank. However, with the interest rates skyrocketing, he, like many others, found it difficult to keep a pace with the financial demands. Dealing with the emotional toll of...
Now, guys, do you believe that anybody, he's just one, that person you just saw is just one of the many victims, over 44,000. Do you think that anybody on the face of this earth can do that degree and that level of wickedness and survive without paying the consequence? That's not how life works. That's not how the universe works. When you cause that level of pain and agony, when you see how the man walk, when you see how the man limping and how the man look like, boy, I'm not lie. When you see how the man deteriorate, not just emotionally, not just physically, you see his children. That is the state and the condition in which these guys left too many Jamaican people. Unfortunately, they committed their crime because what they did was a crime. Nowhere else in the world they could have gotten away with this. What they did was criminal. And there is nowhere else in the world that they could have gotten away with it. So unfortunately, they did this within a political organization. And remember, so the Bible tells us about greed, and the love of money. So what happened in the 90s and what they did to those people? It was not enough because the greed. You see, the first part of the video will talk about the greed. Dog eat dog. Every man for himself. Make a play it back real quick, just that part.
Is that our systems are based on the worst impulses of us as human beings. Greed, lust.
The worst impulses. You're looking at the worst of humanity right here, so. The worst, absolute worst of humanity. So what they have done to people, and then in turn, them do it to them, even them own self, right? Because them experienced what it felt like to get away with such atrocity. And then when Peter Bunting set out to repeat their criminal behavior, and he couldn't get his way, what do? They destroy themselves. They turn on their own. They turn on themselves. And what do you have? You have a People's National Party that is unviable. And then it becomes death and destruction. Death and destruction. Birds of a feather flock together, the transfer of energy. Ronnie Thwaites made a statement some years ago where he talked about former member of parliament, Ronnie Thwaites, end up losing seat because him go join the evil them. And this man is supposed to be a religious man, So him say, him is a religious person. And him got join up with the evil them in the Rise United camp. And him lose him seat. And he made a statement. The continuation of high interest rates, famously characterized by MP Ronnie Thwaites as, quote, the most massive transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich since slavery. He was referring to FinSac. Because remember them also say, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall tell you know. So, with the level of destruction that they have caused the Jamaican people, you see that man where I want to still limping? There are people who are no longer alive because when enough sickness come down upon them and take them down, a sudden death, heart problem, they migrate, stress out, all kind of something. This is what these people call death and destruction, and not just know. So with all of that, I mean, not only is it self-inflicting, I think it's also a form of punishment. The universe and God is punishing them for what they've done. Unfortunately, it took this long, They should have all been in prison for what they did to the 44,000 Jamaican. There's a woman on my page on Facebook where every time she write one of them sitting there about what happened to her and I think something one ball for the woman. And them come out of it unscathed. Them come out of it with them pocket fat at the expense of people like she. And them not take the money and go on, then come back now to cause more death and destruction. So, it's punishment. What you put out into the universe is going to come back to you. And that's just how life works. There are many stories in the Bible where it talks about how people self-destruct as a result of their own behavior. And that is what happened to this group of people. That's what happened to this group of people, no matter what they do. No matter what they do, they just cannot come out on the right side. It reaches to a point now where they want to topple the government and they can't even get the very people them in the country to walk with them. So they have to turn to people who have gripes with the government in the diaspora and help those people to protest and do whatever to make the government look bad. Right? They look a protest go on today front of the circuit court. Not even a protest like that them can bring out. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining. Not even a protest like that them can bring out. So them are lean on and rely on the one or few people in the diaspora. Those people don't represent the diaspora. Jamaica have the biggest diaspora over in America. Probably the biggest. As me tell you, no, Mr. Dance keep and New York bigger than that. So that now ruffle no feathers. But this is how desperate they have become. But they have to look within themselves and accept the truth. And the truth of the matter is, though it may not be everybody in the PNP who contributed to the disastrous, the catastrophe, the financial meltdown, the lives that they were disrupted, the people them kill and stress out, though not everybody in the PNP contributed to that. You see, these guys, they cannot go. These guys, God finished with them and Jamaica done with them. That's just the truth. God finished with them and Jamaica is done with them. So they need to go and park themselves now. Go park themselves somewhere. Jamaica has no more use for them. They've already done their deed. They got away with it, although gotta beat them bad right now. Right? So the world has no more use for them. They need for just take what they get. The people, them assets what them take away. All of them something there. Them need for just take what them get and go and make their peace with their God. But the world is finished with them. Them cannot lead nobody. Them already show them motion. Them already show what them have to offer. What is Jamaica going to do with them? So this is what it comes down to, guys. God and the universe have punished them people here for what them been doing to the Jamaican people them. When you notice that all of the foolishness them we are going and the wickedness we are going, PJ Patterson not really come out talking. Him talk about everything else, but he will not address the wickedness that is going on within his party. He will not. Even one time them unalive him goddaughter, he will not. I don't care who vex. These people have no heart. You understand? And when people say karma is real, you're looking at it. Right now, so Jamaica want to move forward with the Republic. And they're being obstructionist. They think they're slick. They're talking about them want Jamaica to also leave the Privy Council right now and go to the Caribbean court of this and that. Jamaica becoming a republic, it takes time. It's not just something where you can just do away with everything one time. First of all, the people must have a voice. The people of Jamaica, they must have a say in it. So this obstruction style we then come with, we know what's going on. We know exactly what is going on. I am so disappointed in people like Donna Scott. Like, I don't even want to go down in it right now with them people there, but them people are some of them my biggest disappointment the world has ever seen. Like, seriously. They're nothing but obstructionists. Saboteurs. They're known saboteurs. It's the same way they obstructed and sabotaged their former leader and party by extension. So this is nothing different. And if the government can go ahead without them, they should. Because personally, I don't consider them any opposition. I don't. Look at the things that they do, the things that they participate in. First of all, Margot need to come out and explain to the Jamaican people why he told the nation that Melissa died peacefully and aneurysm and natural cause, and them sitting there and I send condolence to this man here. Why? There's a lot of unanswered questions. So I don't even think that the government must treat them like any opposition. They should not have any political legitimacy in Jamaica. And that is why our allies in the region, up at the Justice Department, all those people, they must know, and they do know, what they've done, the protests that they are trying to help members of the diaspora to carry out against the government because they want power. They can't come out and deny that, They cannot come out and deny that they have nothing to do with the rabble rousing where them a help push in the diaspora against Jamaica. But you see, them can run, but they cannot hide. Because nothing are hiding at them at time, yeah. Because from the people them in America don't get the intelligence already. But what they do, and how they cover it up and try to cover it up, and how they greedy for power from when, and what they do to their farmer leader, the people them know everything. So when time them a go up on road and a protest, them have to get a permit, I you see the people them who are grant the permit, everybody know everything. And who connected to the protest and them something. So you cannot hide. You walk and no matter grave from so you do to the people them in a finsack. And this man come out, come confess. Say the worst and biggest transfer of wealth since slavery. So where are these people going again? They need to go and park like some, old vehicle. Nobody now wants to see them a different time now. Nobody at all don't want to see them. Omar Davis, him probably sick out right now as an elderly man. Pass down him so-called seat to this man right here, so he has nothing to show as a representative. Mark Golden, zero. Nothing to show as a representative of the people. Central Manchester runway bunting. Where are they going? The Jamaica has no use for them. They're like a bunch of rapists, man. They tell them no, them don't take no for an answer. Them want to hold on and take from Jamaica. Not this time, when you don't take already, right? When you left people sick and limping and dead and bleeding and fretting and worrying. When you not going to rape Jamaica that time here. No, hold on and take this time. When the time gone, man. Right here now, guys, if you were not here last night we did a very good program in evaluating the status of Vision 2030 in Jamaica. And we're doing all right. Most of the people them over here, them say them give Jamaica 65%. We have 5 years to go before we meet Vision 2030. Can do one next assessment them time. But for right now, we're going pretty good. We don't need no disruption or interruption. Them are people here, they worse than COVID-19. As the COVID-19 come and try to derail the world and Jamaica survive. So a Vision 2030 we are deal with. We not deal with no hold down, no riffraff, no greed. We're not dealing with the worst of humanity. Jamaica has been there and done that. And these guys represent the worst of humanity. It's not me say so. Them prove themselves already. And them come and do some different something. No matter how they try to separate themselves, you know. No matter how they try to separate themselves. The man do the deed and the man call them. I don't know when call them for. So the whole of them entangle up because them energy. This is not the energy what Jamaica need right now. Them to keep their energy to themselves.
I'm saying today we are tired. You must do your time. No bail for you. No bail. No bail. No bail.
What would you say to people who would look at you and say this is all political, that's why you're here?
No, it is not. It is not political.
No political.
It's the shedding of the blood upon our land in Jamaica. We are tired of it. It must stop. No bail for you. And justice must be served. Justice must be served.
You know, this mean a no color out here, we just need
This
justice.
is
No
no
color.
So Ivan, what are you saying?
I'm saying today we are tired of the men them shedding the ladies' blood upon the land. And if you do your crime, you must do your time. No bail for you. No bail. No bail. No bail.
What would you say to people who would look at you and say this is all political, that's why you're here?
No, it is not. It is not political.
No apology. I love the consistency. They were there last time, and they're there this time, and they will be there every other time. So all I want to talk about say a political. We're not really responsible about that, you know. You see, as long as somebody attack for Melissa, that's all that matters. I remember when George Wright lit the woman with the stool. And rather than them going at Parliament and say, listen, we are not going to sit in here with this man. That's what I would have said. Them run up, them people forgot protest all about the place, run up and down. So who are they now to come talk about political? George Wright wasn't even arrested. We're talking about a set of people who analyze the woman and come lie to the nation. I never see this yet. And then go to the woman funeral. And then silent. And it's politics as usual. No. Cold and calculated. Same way how them cold and calculated. When them take away the people, them assets and push up the interest rate, knowing damn well. So the people them could have never afford it. Right? And they set up themselves now for when the domino effect took place. And the people them start lose everything. The two unscrupulous one them pan the end them started to gobble up the people them wealth. And then come beat them chest in the people them face and say, then don't make them money already. So we're not going to. Jamaica not no use phone man no wicked. So this is the situation. God is doing his thing. No matter how no matter about Andrew corrupt, Andrew wicked, Andrew this, Andrew that. Andrew no do half of what I want to do to that country. I'm tell you no. I'm want somebody can challenge me upon that. Andrew Holness has done nothing remotely close to the catastrophe what these people did to Jamaica. Last night, as we talked about the development of the country, I said, I never ever call no politician name. I not give nobody no credit, and I not take no credit from nobody. Because the truth of the matter is, the development of Jamaica is not just one party alone contributed to the development of Jamaica. Since the meltdown, because we went back 10 years. And this is why you don't hear me broad brushing and I say everybody in a PNP wicked, because that's not true. And not everybody in the wicked identify the wicked them. Bunting, Golden, PJ, Omar Davis, the wicked them. We don't make no apology for that. So last night, whenever going at me seen in the comments, some people, they might talk about a PNP do this and JLP do that. Me was not gonna have that conversation with nobody last night. I don't want nobody bother me head about it neither. Because last night was for and about Jamaica. About our development, about whether we are going to meet the Vision 2030. You understand? But tonight I will say it's good that the people them who were elected to serve, and we can identify them too, that they came in and did the work of the people, right? Whether the infrastructure, whether financially, whether fiscal responsibility, whether accountability, which I think as a country over the last 10 years, as we assessed and as we mostly agreed to, was that when it comes on to accountability in Jamaica, we have fallen way short. Irrespective of our political affiliation, political party, as a collective, politically, we have fallen way short where accountability is concerned. And that interferes with our National Development Plan and our Vision 2030. We see the lack of accountability even as far back as here. So these guys should have been in prison for what they did in Finsack. So even today with this whole thing with Melissa, there's no accountability for Mark Golding, who told the nation that Melissa died one way or gave the impression that she died innocently. And when we check it out, it's a lie. I would know if Mark Golding was in America, for example, he would have been investigated, not just interviewed, but investigated for obstruction of justice, right? We see even on the government side, people on the government side, they have done things where there haven't been any accountability. One example that I can give right here is where the man name where they get the land and sitting to him baby mother and him son, Hutchinson. There was no accountability there. Because them are going to say, well, him elected and the people have to go vote him out and one heap or something. So where do we stand in Jamaica with accountability? We really need to have that discussion. Where do we stand with accountability in Jamaica? Because him should have really, there should have been some accountability. But they go back and they sit back in Parliament. Who's to stop them? You understand? So as a collective, where accountability is concerned, we have fallen way short, But where Vision 2030 is concerned, and I did some more reading about it, guys. Whole heap of other countries, somebody tell me today, say Saudi Arabia, them complete for them Vision 2030 and then gone now to Vision 2050. Vision 2050 then gone to. And that's why we cannot have any tolerance for corruption. Because all of them, they disrupt meeting these milestones in our development journey. Them people here, them disrupted and interrupted our development journey. Whenever they set the Vision 2030 agenda so till 2019, you don't know how far Jamaica than there right now. If them never wipe out over 44,000 businesses, take what people asset and them sitting there. If them the people they were still functioning in the society and contributing to our economy and all these things. And if our banks and them something and some other businesses still a function, we would have been a better country. But them people are some setback and some bring down. Them are some carry down artists. So we don't need them no more. Me don't know where them a fight and kill up themselves for coming up politics. And when the people them vote them out, they still a fight and a kill up them. Them have an agenda, you know, guys. Me don't tell you already what that agenda is. I've already told you guys. So, all of who no want take heed, them say who can afford to run will run. You see like in a Finsack, the meltdown, who could afford to run, run. And you see who couldn't afford to run, you know see what happened to them? Make a plate and show now again how the man a limp. Or the man take down sick with sugar and kind of something.
Is that our systems are based on the worst impulses of us as human beings. Greed, lust, one-upsmanship, every man for himself, dog eat dog, kind of toxic individualism. So capitalism is just a tool. It's a tool for a transfer of resources. Capitalism is founded on those worst, most basest impulses of humanity. Then it can cause rampant destruction and create tremendous income inequality. And where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Very, very hard to cope with life like this.
After working hard for several years to build his dream house, he was thrown out in an instant, losing belongings he and his family had spent years accumulating. The Finsacked entrepreneur claims his house, which was valued at...
I don't even like watch it. So me turn it off. When you see what they do to the little man and him picking them, imagine you have your parents hearty and strong. Your parent at work to build their dream house, make you live somewhere, right? We're coming out of colonialism. A man like that, a black man like that, could have saved and buying dream house. And Mark Golden, Peter Bunting, Omar Davis, bring down the man to zero. Health problems, and his kids had to watch that. That is the heights of cruelty. So I don't even like see them. And you shouldn't either. If you're under 40 years old, if you're under 30 years old, go and do your research and look what these guys did. Cruel, heartless. Jamaica is a beautiful country, guys. We should all be proud to say that we are Jamaicans, right? And when things not go right, we should all speak out, because you see this perpetual state of reverse and disruption to our development, in a nice and it don't right. You know, so most people who migrate from Jamaica, they don't migrate to go away for a lifetime, you know. Most people who leave Jamaica, they just want to go, either go get a new experience or, to accomplish something and come back. But by the time the people work a decade or two or whatever, and them start to look back and wonder if them supposed to or not, there's been no significant development. Because we should have far, far, far. See, Singapore come to Jamaica, forget the blueprint, and then Ghana lead left way. Because of why? Because you have some wicked people who come in our politics to come disrupt our journey for themselves and for line them pocket. And them don't done with Jamaica yet. But Jamaica is done with them. They're not done with Jamaica yet. All murder they start cover up, you know. And we're not responsible people over here sometimes we talk, you know. We're not on a time for bias, guys. We're not on a time for sell out and take side. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna start the truth as it is. All right. Let me see. You don't see they all lost their seats. Yes. Them lost their seats for a reason. God and time. When them put out in the universe, come back on them. Full circle. So Jamaica don't have no time right now. Hold on there. Me not stop and argue with nobody, you know. Me not in a mood. That's somebody when you're big boss say, come off of this dead dog. Not a time for you. Yes. So we don't have no time. Yes, let me tell you something. Over here, so I will this anyone I want to respond. So come over here, contact no damn foolishness and see what happen. We not come out here for come cater to you. We come out here to be a patriot. You hear? We don't have no time for you. We talk against anybody we are the wrong to the people them. And anybody will come back with their wrong self. Anybody will cover murder. A full time, people talk out against them. Jamaica people sick and tired of it. Tired of them. You know, so then could get the world. Look how New York big. New York big like Jamaica. And then could get out the real and true diaspora. Look here, man. What is not the time for them there? Me just glad for say, finally. I don't know if afraid people did afraid before, but finally, we see people coming out to protest justice for Melissa. We're glad for that. And we're glad for see the judge don't give no bail, but the judge and them people, if you understand, say, them need to give the press the freedom to cover this thing here. We don't want to feel no way about the system, you know, because Jamaica don't not feel good about the system for a long time. But we're not going to bring on the system, but so sit what we want to do. Like we don't want to lock your door upon the press and them something. Stop that, man. Don't do that. We want to know everything. This major political party that participated in the cover-up, we want to see everything what go on. Because if I did one son from down a jungle, everybody would have see everything. So I want to stop that. Lord Jesus, Christine. Most people they repeat class when they don't, but you want to repeat that class. Yeah. It's alright, you have enough space. You can repeat, no problem. And we're not going to tease you say you're done. So you're going to brighter when you leave. Don't worry yourself. Yeah, thank you for joining. Mark Stewart. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Only the hypocrite not see the truth because of the party of their choice. My stand remain the same. Justice for Melissa, no bail for Silvera. Exactly. People them nearly get away, no guys. Them little most them get away, no. Little most the people them get away. Me not lie. But I am a woman who is always rooted in faith and believe. Say once you do certain wickedness, you have to go down. Have to, must go down. I don't even like to see Melissa picture anymore, you know, I tell you the truth. I know why. Because when you think about our little kids, them, I say on Mother's Day, when you think about our little kids, them, and them sitting there, and when you hear how her friends spoke about what a good mother she was, it's too sad, you know? And these big trousers men, where them all go again? Nobody no want to see them, man. They have to go one side, man. Jesus, Father. So, when I hear them with them look of propaganda, and look on to a mouthpiece, and them a say, Andrew wicked, Andrew thief. You know, say, I know them can't talk with Andrew thief, you know. And I'm going to tell you something. Me no care when nobody wants to say. Me no care nobody wants to say, yeah, pick up for Andrew. Me talk when me want to talk when me want to talk it. Anytime Andrew wrong, I you supposed to never call here say wrong. Me no have no need for pick up for Andrew, because Andrew wanna me pick me. And not even me pick me no pick up for. But me just start the truth. So if you take the truth, meaning say, me I pick up for Andrew. Me not really care, you know. That's just the truth. But the risers, them, when you ask them, what Andrew thief? You don't even ask style with them. You just ask them simply, what did Andrew thief? Then cannot tell you they run gone. Some man over here right now, listen, no type in a comment and tell you what Andrew thief. When thief? Because even if him the thief something, me guarantee you say, when thief not add up to half of what them thief from the Jamaica people, them not finsack a year. So let us not go down the road of comparison. Andrew is far from a perfect leader, let me tell you now. And yes, his wife must come down off of the speaker bench. It's the truth. But it's not even right and it's not even fair to compare him to them are wicked people, yeah. You don't fear. Andrew a class a man for all this one, yeah. He is. So let us not even go there. The truth of the matter is, there's a force of good and evil that Jamaica people must choose from. You understand? You see? Sometimes we have to judge people by how they treat their loved ones, you know. How they treat them parents, how they treat their siblings, how they treat their friend. Right? The Bible tell we about the backstabber them. I bring one verse here so for now. Psalms 1015 from the King James Version says, whoever secretly slander his neighbor, him I will destroy. Eh? You remember all this when you come out contact say, if I never film checkbook, Jesus Christ. We have to take bad things, make laugh. If I know my checkbook, you know dead for hungry, you know light lock off. Eh? You know give him back his money, make him come out of Jamaica politics, you know. All who take him money, you know. Give him back his money and make him go on, you know. From out of Jamaica people them face, you know. If it wasn't my checkbook, eh? Look how this year 1 year him slander. He slander and leader, he slander Lisa, he slander everybody. And you saw God bring him down to zero. Not even him face him can show again. Him take up same as sue people and 2 people turn on suing him. So you see everywhere them go, Maka juke them. Them slanderous, them viperous. Me don't know, Jamaica people, who don't have sense here. No make sure we have one look a platform out there so name YouTube. And anybody can go in a them phone and watch one channel. Then come out and tell you no damn foolishness. You know do the measurement for yourself. Do the measurement for yourself. Right? You know why I say me shame my people like Dana? Me know say Dana say when Mark Jolyan hold up the shackles over Big Stone head. How can you feel comfortable? Not even me would have feel comfortable doing that with Big Stone. And me and Big Stone come from the same ancestors. Me not do that. I not doing that. So for somebody who is the opposite, to do that and feel comfortable with it, something has to be wrong. And all of them, Donna, Hilton, all of them who surround Mark Jolyan and making Mark Jolyan feel like say him is any leadership material in Jamaica. I think say Andrew Holness is a whole up shackles of a Big Stone head. Big Stone say Andrew Holness have me under bandage. I lie my tell. They must pay him to do it. I don't know, and I don't even come here to talk about Big Stone. But the truth of the matter is, not even Andrew Holness would have come with no kind of gimmicks and them sitting there all up shackles over man head, over Rasta man head. That not funny. Not all about that not funny. So not only are we talking about the force of evil versus good, we're talking about the force of, is it a force? I don't know. But we're talking about also sanity versus insanity. Yeah, sanity versus insanity. Nobody else in Jamaica wouldn't do that. And Dayton Campbell them give Mark Jolyan the shackles. When them could have hold up the shackles for not make the thing look too bad. But them give it to him for God do it. So you know, say the people them head no good. As I say, I don't know if you want to see it that way, but to me, this is probably the most important election of our lifetime. Not of our lifetime, I'm sorry. The most important election of this time, of this era, in Jamaica. It is. Because we're seeing some stuff that we've never seen before, which is crazy. Those who came before us or before these guys, they would never think about doing something like that. And the stuff that we're seeing now, it's crazy. So that is the situation, and that is why God is punishing them because of what they do, or they all about Jamaica, or they make Jamaica melt down, or them push people, take whole people in their head top and shove them down in a poverty. Hello, good night.
Good night, not so very good.
Good night, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just calling. Me just listen, but me have to call in because me ask a question. Why really shame Donna Scott Motley?
Because me feel like say them are endorse and them are try to legitimize things that are just not right in the sight of Jamaica people. We are a smart people in Jamaica, I think. I have always said that. Down to the man and the woman will not have no formal education. Jamaica people must be the smartest people in the world. And if you see, them are try to bring this style and this kind of politics that they're trying to bring to represent Jamaica. I think it's horrible.
Alright, that's true. But you just say Jamaica are some of the smartest set of people. Yeah? But me further, Jamaica are the best at everything, good or bad, you know that.
That is facts, yes.
Yeah, man. If you talk about bad man, Jamaicans have no fight too. If you talk about wicked, we have no fight too. We are the best at many things. But listen now. If you understand the people like Donna Scott Motley, yeah? They are self-serving people. Self-interest of what them believe in. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Donna was the leader of opposition business in the Senate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because she didn't support Peter Bunting bid for presidency, you see what Mark did to her?
Yes, and she, as a matter of fact, let me use back fair owner words.
Bunting in the Senate. as a reject of the people. Yeah? And move her from being opposition leader in the House of Senate and give Bunting who the people reject.
And in her own words, in 2019, she told Jamaica that they're Bunting and them, they are not fit to lead this noble party and this great country. So how them can flip? How them still? Me can't play hypocrite, you know?
Okay, and she is there now, being a wimp for Mark and Bunting. Them what I think? They're just self-serving. They just think about positions and they tell her there's something already. You know.
At this point in their life,
they have well-thinking people who are acting stupidly because they want positions, or some because positions were promised to them. Yeah?
No, so after a certain age, certain things you don't do.
And you say she's doing it?
I guess so.
Okay. They were sat in on the Constitution Reform Committee for a year. And when it coming down to the close enough for them signing off on it, what am I do? Come on, emasculate Hilton and the rest of them and just make them look stupid. What were they sitting, debating, fine-tuning over here, and him just come and just pour cold water over the whole of them in them face.
Him down upon the committee, right?
Him down upon the committee. They are the representatives on the committee.
And I don't think
now for them sign off. Him just tell them, so watch out, don't sign off. This, that, and him start one chori in the CCG and other things tonight. See, him a hold now the committee at ransom, saying that if the CCJ now gonna be a part of it, them not signing off on it and all of that.
Maybe
see, over the years, yeah, me hear Karen and yourself and others talk about this man, and more each day, we're seeing it played out. We start to Karen him as a prophet yourself, you know. I tell you.
So what on there now? Him not upon the committee, he appointed these people to represent Jamaica and represent the people. So I guess their judgment is not good enough or whatever, but that's beside the point. The fact now that he told them at the last minute, say don't sign off for nothing. Well, you see when Nigel say master marker, this no complete what him and saying about. Anyway, moving forward. What is their purpose? Me not understand again. What is their purpose if when them go to this constitutional meeting, don't they meet with him and talk with him about, how it's going and how it's progressing?
Should, because of them advise him as to what is taking place.
And him not dead here, but him advise them because, boy, I don't know. This is a very sad decision. So what do you think about that now? About what he's proposing and what
One, the CCJ is always a touchy subject. Yeah? And over time we always hear them making reference to putting it to the people. Have a referendum and let the people decide. Based on what I heard him saying today, yeah, we don't need to have a referendum on him and have no other country, right? It's a part of the CCJ that had a referendum and blah. So basically, he must say, no other country never have no referendum, so we not have none. Yeah? So, if you don't want the people to decide, why you want to decide for us?
Him not believing in a referendum.
Okay, you don't want to have a referendum, but at the same time, yeah, he want to tie the CCJ to the rest of the reforms that is taking place. If we not have that, we can't have this.
So what do you think about what the government wants to do, which is to take it in stages and have a referendum?
I mean, not wrong with taking it in stages, but as I said, the most touchy part of this thing has always been the CCJ. There are people who are for it and there are people who are against it. Yeah? So if there are so many people against it and there are so many people for it, I don't see nothing wrong with putting it to the people, but the people decide.
Where the people are going to decide, say, because if we're going to decide to become a republic, we're not going to need to go to a Privy Council, don't it? So that I believe it would just a Caribbean court.
No, not necessarily. There are other Caribbean countries who are already republic, who is a part of the CCJ, but them still refer cases to the Privy Council. So that argument don't hold water neither.
I don't know why we can't just deal with our own legal matters and just no bother with no external.
We can't enough, but listen, one of the touchy thing about this thing are from the inception of it. Yeah? A lot of people, remember, the Caribbean community is a small one. Everybody basically know everybody. Most people go to school together and this and that. Most people are friends at university. So people say, people have them connections so them can have influence over the court. And that was one of the things that make people have them concerns about it.
How has it worked out for other countries, though, in the region?
How has it worked out? I said before, people who are part of it still take cases to the Privy Council from time to time. Yeah? Me not bash the court in of itself, But when me I say, why can't we have the people decide whether we want to make that court our final appellate court?
You see, I don't really feel like say in Jamaica that we have had a practice for a long time of giving the people a say in these utmost important decisions.
True.
Something like this, the Jamaican people, no one man and no one woman of can decide how something like this go. Because you see, if anything happen and any dissatisfaction later on, the people them cannot come curse the politician them and say, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I think it's important to have a discussion with the people and let them decide. It come like say Mark Jolyan have one style like say boy.
Let's not start with Mark still. Our founding fathers of the Constitution did do and say some things. I don't know, I make reference, but they don't call the person name, but one of our founding fathers of the Constitution did make a statement when certain things was questioned back then. And his statement was to give the people justiciable rights is to denigrate from the sovereignty of Parliament. So from back then, politicians consider themselves the sovereign and are them supposed to decide for us. Right?
And I say it's
I don't know if you remember who made that statement, but that is a statement that was made by one of the founding fathers of our Constitution.
I know that
the same thing come back and play out now.
I know that it did not start with Mark Jolyan, but it's never too late to make a change. I think everybody should coalesce around the idea of allowing the Jamaican people to be part of this decision. I mean,
think so too.
It just look really bad. Fissy say him appointed people to be on this committee. They go in there and they have this dialogue with the government, and them seem all right going forward so far. And then now this man got jump out, come out in a press conference and attack and be this looks so colonial to me. This looks so plantation to me. Me not like this.
Another thing I would add to that, you hear the part of it when time I make suggestions about people with dual citizenship.
You know, so today somebody send more video where them are saying flip flop on it. True?
Yeah, because man. Yeah.
So am I saying our people
all of a sudden now they want to include people with dual citizenship for enter representational politics and all. When we know the many cases that were brought to the Constitution Court about people with dual citizenship, we know which side it came from.
Yeah, I remember. So what on now? Am I dual citizen?
Well, I mean, I laugh before myself, I say. Remember that if you are a citizen of a Commonwealth country, yeah, you could sit in parliament in Jamaica.
As a dual citizen.
With a dual citizen. If you're a citizen of the United States, you couldn't. Yeah?
Look more from this one. I go see China man go around Jamaica, you know. Remember me telling you.
Hold on. The reform committee that was sitting was proposing that when we go to a republic, people who have dual citizenship in Commonwealth countries could not sit in representational politics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's saying to you.
A flip flop go on. For sure.
No flip flop go on. Mark come out now with this dual citizenship because him still have a British citizenship. So with the proposed changes with the republic, he wouldn't be eligible to sit in parliament.
Then him not in there all along? Oh, me see what you say.
He's from the Commonwealth. He's citizen in a Commonwealth country. So he could sit in the parliament based on our constitution structure now.
So when them come now I say full decolonization now, they must say to the government, say, we who are the lawmakers and the legislators must now separate Jamaica from the Privy Council. That's what he want to do, right?
That's what he's saying, but that's not what he wants. He might use the CCJ for start this thing, because if them go through with the first phase, as is, and Jamaica should become a republic, and dual citizen from Canada or the UK or wherever, eventually would be exempt from sitting in our parliament. So I'm just throwing the spanner, in the thing with the CCJ thing, to start it. Him state clearly in a press conference, that they are willing to wait. They won't do this thing because they know, say, it's almost impossible, say, the government will just throw in the CCJ night just like that.
Decolonization, no, but I'm willing to wait. What a spirit of confusion.
Okay.
Makes no sense. You know what? I think I'm gonna call.
Politics at play.
Yeah, I guess so. And I guess if there is in fact decolonization, no, you know what, I cannot talk it. You know what, thank you for calling here. We talk again. Yeah, man, have a good night. Make a call, Liz. Welcome back, guys. So we have Liz on the line here, and we're gonna hear Liz's perspective about this republic thing. What Jamaica is trying to do. I don't know how many of you have been following, but Liz, you want to say hi to the audience?
Good night, everybody. Sorry, I'm a bit like it's a trilogy, FBI. Anyhow, good night, everybody. Long time right here. Reason, but good night. I hope everybody is doing fine.
Yes. Good night, Karen, the chat. Good night, Karen. So, Liz, where you think where you think is the problem now? We think said the PNP put the people on the committee, and Donna Scott and the other people them, and they're having dialogue with the government. They're aware of what's going on and everything. So what the hell is the problem now?
Okay, there is once upon a time there was a statement made. Jamaica is a jewel in the crown of the Caribbean. And we're among the brightest of the people in the world. In fact, Norman Manley actually taught the British a lot. So England doesn't want to give up control, and the United States wants to take control. That is the tussle. Mark Jolyan has been thrown into the mix. So he's representing the British, because he was born in England 2 years after his sister. And the Americans have Andrew on the other side. So the whole constitutional play is being used to delay what the Jamaican people really want.
What do you think the Jamaica people them want?
The Jamaican people want, we don't want a republic like you have in Guyana, Trinidad, Barbados. Because England still controlling those places. We want a republic where the people have a say in almost every facet. There are some aspects of the American situation that we won't accept. But like when Toussaint Louverture revolutionized and freed the whole America, that is what a republic, president, commissioner of police, the chief justice, the senators, the head of permanent secretaries, judges, you name it. The people must decide, say, look, this person is best qualified for the DPP. This person is best qualified to be commissioner. Things like that.
So look here, you believe in a referendum? You know, say you keep on a say Mark born in England, you have to go bring him birth to you back. Oh,
Mark born in England 2 years after. His mother is not a mother man. She never got have Anna. And when Anna reached 2 years old, she just get up, fly. In fact, they were brought to Jamaica by them father, but him go back to them.
Liz, you have to go carry the man birth paper come, because more than one time you come over here come talk said.
England in bad. If you're England in bad, make him deny it. Make him sue me, make him do whatever. England in bad. 2 years after Anna.
So what you say, you want to see birth paper?
Yeah.
All right.
2 years. A 4 places in Jamaica, them saying bad.
Which part?
Bad first. In Banapa, Huey. Then here saying bad. I'm like, no, Jubilee first. Then other Huey. Then Andrew Memorial, and they hear Umber. England in bad. Liverpool too. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, constitutional reform. Norman Manley, one of the most brilliant minds in the globe at the time, was one of the conscriptors of the Jamaica Constitution, well written, one of the best written constitutional document globally. And it was well written, right? Now, Norman saw himself as a revolutionary, but he never, revolutions are not always like people think gun and bullet. Norman went the other route, what you call passive diplomacy.
All right, Liz, make we talk about, stay upon the topic of the referendum and so.
That's what I'm saying on the referendum.
Are you saying that you would rather the referendum?
Yeah, because the referendum was used. There was a Caribbean parliament. Just like the CCJ, there was a Caribbean parliament. Norman Manley was deputy prime minister to other she's the Barbadian prime minister. And when that happened, Bustamante drove fear into the people that they will come take our food, they will come take away. We're going to give the Caribbean people them little hungry. But he made some derogatory statement about the rest of the region. And then Norman said, okay, Norman came to the people and said, all right, we'll have a referendum on it. Right? Because it was a good idea to have a Caribbean. Just like how you have the EU, European Union, we were first. That's how far advanced the Caribbean people were. And we had a Caribbean parliament. When Norman came to the people and said, but what happened is that Norman came too early rather than do a national education process. And when Norman called the referendum, Buster used the scare tactics. And the people, unfortunately, at that time never understood. And so Norman lost the referendum. And when
I remember that. So why is it now that if people are saying that they would rather the referendum, and that's the side that the government is on, that's the side that you are on, that's what Mr. Karen is saying in the comments. But then again, you have people in here who are saying that they're skeptical of the CCJ. So what is it gonna be?
No, but if you have the some experience of 1962, we must educate the people, you know, that the Caribbean Court of Justice is their peers in the Caribbean making the decision from the criminal standpoint, because as I was explaining, we are a member of the Caribbean Court of Justice. We have used it for commercial matter. We have taken commercial cases before them. We have taken the case of, what was the young lady name that was finger raped in the airport in Barbados, and she won
the Myri, I think a Myri she did.
Right, and so we have used the Caribbean Court of Justice. We are a member of the Caribbean Court of Justice. But what the people do, they're confusing the people, is that we just say we want to be the full thing in that criminal murder cases. When on appeal, rather than be going to England, because the Privy Council, they tell you a long time, say, we're not going to start, decide to stand up on a foot. We are going to go to the Caribbean Court of Justice rather than we fly to England, which makes sense. We can do it. We have the capability. We teach England politics, you know, we teach England government when Norman Manley asked for independence. We did that. They're learning from us. That's why the English don't want to let us go, because they see them learning from us, and the Americans want to come. But the Americans ignorant, so we don't want them come govern me. So we do nothing is wrong with the referendum. What we need to do is learn from 1962, educate the people about what we are asking them to do. Because we are a member of the CCJ already. We have used the CCJ.
Me not like how this feel.
Creating the confusion in the people's mind. And PMP are linked with JLP to do that.
For do what?
Create a confusion about the referendum.
That's not, Blaze. Give us some more information as to why you're saying that.
Okay. The JLP has 49 persons in the parliament. The JLP wants to take us to a ceremonial republic where you don't change the name from Governor General to President, but the same thing is going to represent the English state and the monarchy. The JLP that really want the referendum, all the JLP don't need them, you know. The JLP just go to the people and say, look here, it is time, we are mature enough, we are capable, we have quality jurists. We think we should be fully part of the CCJ, and just come and tell the people what is the real story. When the JLP appear with Mark Jolyan representing England, and them don't want to let go court feel neither. So them just like use the two of them and go together and come through.
But it look like say to me like Jamaica people are more for trust the Privy Council than the CCJ.
I don't think so. I don't. Once the people
the people them look no, the people them are saying I comment say. The people them are saying I comment say that the CCJ will be you will link up over there and they're easily corruptible, no, sir?
No, that's not true. It is not only persons that are with trick. Most of the Caribbean lawyers right across the region has gone into England at the Lincoln Bar and there. Most of the Caribbean jurists were trained in England. Most of them, if not all of them. At some point in their career, when the PNP was in office and established the Norman Manley Law School, a bit of that changed. Barbados also have a law faculty. But We in the Caribbean can do it. We have done it in several areas. Jamaica was the first country. Jamaica was the first country, and the first country that came out and said, in order to end apartheid, we must establish a trade embargo, and it was very effective for years now, man. And Manley, so the Caribbean people, we can decide our own destiny. We can do it, and the British has been learning from us for years. But why you think England want to let you go? We are the only Caribbean nation. Everybody else, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Guyana, all the other countries of the Caribbean goes to the airport and book them flight into England. No hassle, no visa, no nothing. The only country of the 15 that has to get a visa is Jamaica. You know why? Because we go in there and use the intellect of Jamaicans build England. Jamaicans build England. Teach them politics and teach them how to build house, living, etc., nursing, teachers, you name it. Jamaicans got to go build England.
Marlon said that if we go referendum, the people will vote for the Privy Council, and Golden knows that. I think the people them are gonna vote for Privy Council. But if you are going to be a republic, then if you're gonna be a republic, then the Privy Council can look on you and say no to.
No, them can't do that. The people decide. That's why I said just put it to the people, explain it thoroughly, and just put it to the people.
You know what? I feel like the government for go ahead with them referendum. No mind mark them. No mind them, cause them
from him play possum, you know, and a proxy. Because none of the decision of the game come out to his feet, you know. He's being advised by personal knowledge of Patterson. Anybody like it? He's being advised by PJ Patterson. This is a nasty game being played on the minds of the Jamaican people in order to crush the People's National Party.
Maybe a Bunting tell him to do it. A Bunting tell him to do it.
Not Bunting alone. Bunting and his close friend PJ.
Well, like how the government has the majority, can't they just go ahead and do what they need to do?
Just the educational program island-wide, but them no one like on the tail of the bridge. Are they thing they do neither. Them want ceremonial head. All right.
So hold on there. Who? All right. So who are pay these ceremonial people? We don't want the taxpayer to pay no more ceremonial people.
That is what I'm just going to ask you. What is the job? What the governor general really earn $75 million for? Why am I Jamaican taxpayer paying so much money? Why am I do? He just slow up then get fat. He live free.
Well,
the
politician them with them big raise now, the whole of them can jump up and pay the ceremonial aid. But I don't think Jamaica people, taxpaying Jamaicans, must pay no more. If we have a government and we have where the hell we need ceremonial people for sit down up at top and look down pan?
You need. We must make a choice. The president must earn him pay. She must earn her pay.
I don't think we need any president. I don't think we need any president. Everybody in the comment, me not see nobody has say nothing good about the CCJ. I'm Mark Golden alone want the CCJ.
No man, Mark Golden don't want the CCJ. Mark Golden want that. No, when I say president, you must elect. Whether you want to call it, all right, you go. In a republic, you can call it prime minister still if they want to. When you vote, let the people them decide. Say, man, who want to vote for president, who want to vote for the judge, who want to vote for this, who want to vote. Right? Like Michael Mann, the people really love the one day. I vote for a republic, not a set. Because a ceremonial republic does not take you out of the British control. You just change it. It's just a matter of semantics. You change from governor general against the president, but still in the interest of the queen or the monarch now, the king. When you do the voting republic now, every Jesus Christ first, the president can't get up again and or the prime minister can't get up and Because and this is the job as commissioner. That can the people them have to say, no man. Mr. John would have make a better commissioner of police. Him fair, honest. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So he give the people a choice when in 1940, Jamaica has been independent since 1944. That's my opinion. And 1944 was the first time when we voted for who is going to be our leaders. And we chose Jamaicans. Unfortunately, the Irish one was the man to win and become chief minister. But the Jamaican people, and from this, so the Jamaican people make them one decision, and I did it, and I do very well.
Political independence. Political independence.
No, well, all independent. Politics is everything. Politics is like water, you know. Politics is life. When you say you're hungry, why you're hungry? Because this and that now happen in a country. So the politics is everything. Politics is life, just like water. So you can't get from politics. Jesus Christ is a politician.
Say me that feel much better if the opposition was pushing for Jamaica to have its independent final court. Me not like this argument of, I mean, I understand that there's certain skepticism, and then now with the cartel case recently and everything, me understand that. But this idea that we must always have this final court outside of Jamaica are, me don't know. But the referendum is definitely something that should happen though.
Yes, man. But when you say the final court, all right, the rights at this time it is headquarters in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
One of the things that came out, because when Michael and Bob's and Barbara's and Caribbean Island, when they all Eric Williams, when they all formulated, they changed the name abroad. CARICOM in 1973. It was coming from the same Caribbean Union that Norman Manley and the rest of the Adams and them farming up. So CARICOM is was given birth by that one, and Norman loves the referendum. So the Caribbean Court was always a part of that system. So the Caribbean Court now has come forward. It is here. Almost every member of CARICOM is a member, using it, utilizing it well. The only factor is that Jamaica is being divided between the British on one side and the Americans on one side, and them the two of them pull at us. And then we need somebody. That's why we need we have Lisa now in the flesh, Michael Pass and Donna later. Good. But why we need to have the referendum? Look here, Jamaicans are smarter, We're smarter than the British. We're smarter than the Americans. We're smarter than most people in the Caribbean.
All right. Well, you know what? I wonder if Jamaica 411 could have come give me a 5 minutes and me hear what she has said too. Because I think Mark is not on the right side of history in being against, if he is, in being against the referendum. But let her call Jamaica 411 at your chest.
They call her not. Remember this. Marcus Garvey, world-renowned world leader, Marcus Garvey said, a nation without the knowledge of its history is like a tree without
root.
All right. We need to have the Caribbean Court of Justice. Full-fledged.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The way how somehow not talking and coming to make people afraid of the CCJ. God no. Jamaica 411, good night. Yeah. Yeah, you are live. Where you said referendum, CCJ, Privy Council, how it go?
You mean what I think?
I don't know if you've been listening to the program, but we're discussing now the Republican, what the crosstalk going on between the government and the fact that the opposition appointed people to sit on the committee, and now him coming now I tell them don't sign. At first me see this, him appoint the people them and then come and tell them say don't sign something where them already in a discussion with the government on. But we were discussing whether there should be a referendum and whether we should go with the CCJ or stay with Privy Council. Or what do you think?
All right, so it's a comprehensive. You might want to add current that if you wanted to come on. It's a comprehensive reformation of the Constitution. We are changing. Well, I don't know what they're changing to, what they have in mind, but we are now a constitutional monarchy, I think is what they call it, where we have the monarch in United Kingdom that is head of state in Jamaica. So what we're doing, we are moving away from that, or seeking to remove away from that to become a republic, where you'll have a president as the head of state. So it's still the same type of dual political structure, where you have, now we have a governor general who is acting on behalf of the monarch. And what the governor general does is basically sign off on laws and make appointments that are recommended to him, either by the Prime Minister or by one of the Services Commission.
Yeah, but look here, are you saying that there should be a referendum or no?
No, man, there has to be a referendum. They don't have no option, because the laws that they're trying to change the entire structure, and those are what is known as deeply entrenched provisions of the Constitution. The Constitution says how those can be changed, and the Constitution look a little bit confused to me. But what they said, based on what Donna Scott was saying, as well as what Mallory Fort is saying, is that the provisions that they now sign off on, that they agree on, they are sending that now to the Parliament in a bill at some point, if the Cabinet sign off on it. And those provisions, once it goes through the process, will be coming to us for us to vote on them, whatever it is that they have in mind. So there will be a constitution. Now for the CCJ no, when they asked Michael G said no, I don't think it needs any referendum. But the JLP wanted a referendum. He said I need a referendum. So obviously they put it in phase 2, which does not require a referendum. And now we know so that he wants it in phase 1, which is going to mean that it's going to have to go to referendum. I don't understand them at all. But I personally think there should be a referendum on the CCJ. It's our final court of appeal, and the people must have a say in it. You can't have politicians sit down and make these decisions and then don't want it to come before us. Look here, they know that it will fail if it comes before the people, and that's why they don't want it to come before the people.
Most people in the comment talk like they're skeptical of the CCJ.
And as I was saying before in a different conversation, it was when it was being pushed. At the time when it was being pushed, it was when the Privy Council had made a ruling that not just the administration here in Jamaica, which was PG at the time, but several of the other islands, the prime ministers were very unhappy with it. It had to do with hanging. Now, you know, it's a PG and I really believe in hanging, but I suppose it's the principle of it, right? Because if those men, even if the Privy Council had ruled otherwise, it's a princess here. Ask princess, would PG believe in it? I don't think he believe in it. But I think it's a very idea that an outside court or any court can make law, because that is what the court does. When we make laws that this we want, them say, well, they never really say we can't have it, but they are saying that after a period of time, you have a cut-off. Hang the man, if you're going to hang him, after that 5-year period, you don't hang him, it's cruel and unusual punishment. That's how they interpreted it. And they said, now you must go ahead now and commute the sentence to life imprisonment. And so all of the heads of state decide, the Prime Minister decide that they're going to push this CCJ thing is not new, as Princess will remind us. But at the time, they just suddenly decided that they're going to push it. And people became skeptical of their motives. And then they start to talk about, I mean, here Mark going with it, talking about this court that is in UK don't understand our culture and so on. And I said to myself, what the hell does justice to do with culture? You mean to tell me there's a different kind of justice for people of a certain culture?
So look here,
right?
hold on there.
It's words. Mm-hmm.
You feel comfortable with our appeal court in Jamaica being the final court?
Yeah, man, it can work, but here's what would happen.
Lord Jesus.
Everything depends on what you would do. You have to set some criteria to determine who will be the judge. And you try and find them here. If you can't find them here, you get them from abroad. But the thing is our courts, and you say there. You understand?
You see them the people that were make cartel case got Privy Council were there when it was so simple.
That is a problem.
And that make you see me would have said, boy, we're not ready yet, because as something as simple as that, me not understand to this day why is it that our appeal court in Jamaica could have make so. I mean, I feel so stupid and I'm not.
Very simple mistake.
No,
and the funny thing about it, that the court, the Privy Council went and found, just to make the points, because if you read the Privy Council, what do you call it now? Judgments. Most of the time, they don't use precedents,
Lord Jesus.
Not precedents of lower courts. They use the precedents from them one court, because they're the final court. They actually make law. In some ways, you might call it that. Now, this is a problem when you have judges that are in the jurisdiction that understands the culture of the people. It is because the judges were fearful, perhaps, and their judgment may have been colored without them understanding. They weren't being bad people, right? They just believe, and just assuming that maybe in their own mind, they can't make this man come out. Or maybe they're thinking about the difficulty in having a retrial. Or whatever it is, the research clearly was not done properly. Because when you hear what the Privy Council came with and read the judgment and do the analysis.
It was so simple. It was such a simple thing. So
and the thing is, if they had done the retrial long ago, I mean, it's how much years now?
14.
They're not finding the witness there again.
See, they must have make one application for cartel come out. Yesterday I see it. Me never know. Me not really watch that anymore, because to be honest with you, what an embarrassment. Yeah, whole heap of things, but thank you.
But I understand that the lawyers offices were burned, but we don't know by what means.
All right, Jamaica 411. Thank you. I heard some people in the comments saying that them go watch your upload today and it was informative. I don't know if everybody know about it. Yeah, man, guys, when you done, yes, guys, when you finish, go over Jamaica 411. Go and listen to what is the title of it? Tell the people.
Oh, we go again. It is called Jolyan Say No to the Republic.
Yeah, Jolyan said no to the Republic. Wanna go and watch you guys and get Jamaica 411. Subscribe, because you know she keep the thing balanced. Oh, your slogan go again. Where the truth live and the lie die.
Yes, that's when people are telling. Can you hear me say that? I come to lick down some lie.
Yes, where the truth.
I know rarely I ever come out on time with something. I have to do my research, and I feel I have the information. It may take some time all days, but
yeah, man. And guys,
because they're talking about the Constitution,
yeah,
and you will understand what the process is when you watch that video.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a good night.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bye.
Boy, I feel at this point, say the Jamaica people, they must get educated, guys, and then them have their referendum. And I think whatever the final court is, I think the Jamaican people should really have a say in it, because when we think about the Vibes Cartel case, I got always remain in our minds, right? It's always going to remind us of how inadequate, because that's how our Court of Appeal looked. When the Privy Council explained everything and explained the breaches, the constitutional breaches, our Court of Appeal looked very, very inadequate. Me I feel wonder to myself say, if there was another reason why they decided not to just do the right thing. Me I feel wonder if them be scared for offend somebody, or they felt like this should have played out on the international scene. Me don't know. There had to be more to it than that for them make this go to Court of Appeal all the way, a Privy Council. Me don't know about you, but right here now, me not think me would want to go on trial in Jamaica, Due to how the thing look right now, where, justice is concerned, where, Court of Appeal and so forth concerned. What want to say about that? Want to say to call Karen? Let her call Karen and hear what she has to say. Let's see if Karen answers, guys. I mean, no, me not the only Jamaican feel away there after seeing this whole thing with cartel too. And them the case, them were in the court, the judge especially. And them make it reach so far. Karen, you can call back. Call back if you see this missed call, my love, if you're up on the live. Want to say Karen represent the crown? Lord Jesus. Our judges are actually quite good, but sometimes things get away from them and they make mistakes, which is why we have a final Court of Appeal, kind of a last chance. Say Jamaica 411, I feel like say sometimes our judges in a Jamaica, I feel like say sometimes they make politicians pressure them. They make politicians pressure them and then the foolishness. I have seen it several times. Because with the cartel case, when Bunting was security minister and Mark Golden go on them international tour, right, for slander cartel and tell the nation, and the world say a cartel makes scamming a get out and in a Jamaica. I think that had a lot to do with it psychologically. I think so. I really do. When you have a security minister and your justice minister making the rounds in the diaspora, same thing they're doing now. Telling the diaspora, say, before they come tell the diaspora what them are going to do about crime and them something, about the scamming. And cartel was before the case, before the court for no scamming. It was before the court for homicide. So I think that put a lot of pressure on the prosecutors and on the judge. And these guys, them need to stop it. And that's why God want them out of the politics, because them are part of the problem too. Now, I would like to know if anybody know, tell me. The case with Mr. Keith Clark, where the trial supposed to start from us 2 weeks ago, where the man in our house and 3 soldiers go unalive him, 21 shot. And this man here give the soldier them certificate of goodwill. And them charge, And him was not the security minister when it happened, Enough. 3 days before the election, him gave them the certificate, which the court ruled is unconstitutional and illegal. And they have put off the trial. Will we ever see a trial in Jamaica? Will we ever see a trial to bring justice for Keith Clark and his family? Or to hear the truth about what drove those soldiers to go there and carry out that operation? Our politicians, guys, some of them, they have a lot to do with why we are also skeptical. It's like we're afraid of ourselves. Once for them mouth and them finger in it, we not trust it. And them put a lot of pressure upon the judges them in a Jamaica. Remember me tell you no, cause me see it. And then corrupt too. Me hope for the best, Definitely the referendum, and let the Jamaican people decide the final court. Me afraid for make some of them people here decide not for Jamaica. Me not lie. Me afraid. Anyway, it started. Me never know. Me see it say it was going to start, but then with the whole thing with the DPP, they put it off. They postponed it. Did they restart it now? It was around the 28th of April when me see them say that it postponed. Politics control everything. And that's why the people boy, I don't know. How convenient the PNP get Paula out just in time for Keith Clark case. I don't think that has anything to do with it now, because this thing with Paula was before the court, for a while. His wife spoke News 7 p.m. What she say? And you know what? It's not really a problem, say, politics in everything, Although we don't really want politics in everything, but yes, it's some of the politicians, them too corrupt, and that's why people afraid. And that's the problem. Because when all bunting them and gold in them in a sit, me afraid. Not afraid like that, but you just don't trust it. And that's the problem. It's so sad. We don't have faith in our people, them. We are look to outside and external people for our final court. That time for we stop that now. You can't talk about republic and independence, but Lord Jesus. It started today? Okay, thank you for that information. We will see how it goes. His wife was on the witness stand. I want to see them information there. She described how helicopters and cut grill and they hid, and he was on window and spirit. But jeez, want to see them something there. You that thinks yeah, oh some of them go for. I wonder if a bunting is send them go up there. And they call 119. Which part when I read that information they from? Okay. I don't really listen to them people, but I guess I will read it in the papers. Thank you for the information, guys. Okay. All right, well, next, we want to hear, the trial we want to hear next is the Melissa Silvera trial. We want to hear why they unalive Melissa and what they call the whole heap of people them up there for, and why Mark Golden come out contact them things they and so it go. We well want that trial if it come up. Okay, thank you. I'll follow it up now that I know it started, because I see where they said postpone April 28th. So it's good that it started. What do you think about the new prosecutor? What do you think about the new prosecutor? The DPP will replace Paula. Imagine when the woman have to talk over them sitting there, people. Imagine how the woman traumatized you, same way. And this happened from when 2010. You see, all something about final court. We need to start working on how we handle cases in Jamaica. You know, we're always so slow with a lot of these cases and very serious cases. That's one of the problems too in a Jamaica, you know. But even with Melissa's case, if it goes to trial, probably not gonna see nothing until about 10 years' time. Not sure. The case with Leoda and our co-accused them are the fastest case me ever see happen in Jamaica. I mean, it's not totally over yet, but where her co-accused are concerned, some of them they confessed and already sentenced. You know. Yes, how is she doing? We don't really hear much from her. She sounds effective. Okay. She's doing a lot of work. She continue where Paula left off. Okay. Can't believe in CCJ as trust Privy Council more than local. Okay. That's what I kind of feeling out about. But I really like to see Jamaica become independent in the real sense of the word, where they can have their final court and where the people of Jamaica can have the confidence in the court. If we are here saying right now that we would I rather stick with the Privy Council and we don't trust the CCJ, I would definitely not say it's supposed to be Jamaica, then I think most of the country may feel that way. And that's why there has to be a referendum, and also the people of Jamaica must help make the decision about the final court. Me no feel so leave it up to the politician, them are the truth. She's been around all along. She put away Tesha Wandan case as well as that's why PNP vex. Shouldn't take that long. No, it shouldn't take that long. But you know what? Before we sign off here so tonight, guys, my hope is not for no damn, I mean, but I really like for everybody contact still. My hope for this case here is that after the bail denial that Sylvia was just looking at himself and saying, no, me I just talk everything, yeah, man. And take a plea, you know, and rob him 20 years or whatever then game. But then again, on the other hand, I would really like to hear what took place in that house. As the woman then come put up a sign today, then say Richard Parchment, did you go to the house? Well, what me I really like to see it all laid out at a trial. Little bit of blood. We want she come testify. We want hear Richard Parchment come testify when him say Sylvia tell him say Melissa was found slumped over on the floor when them say she did not sleep. I mean no, the woman no sleep on the floor slumped over. So something happened there. We want to hear Anushka Bunting come testify. Why is it that when the police them call her to talk to them, she refuse? Why was it that Sylvia's sister right there in front of Anushka, Rachel, why did Rachel call up everybody to come up there instead of to call the police? All these things. Alfred Dawes must come testify and talk if him give Melissa any medication or if he attempted any life-saving procedures on her. We want to hear everything. I rather for see God trial. All of the 30 people them, whether they on the crime scene or the 40 people them, the whole of them to come, Mark Golden to come testify. Because something not right about this. As a matter of fact, though, You know who else to come testify to? Me don't want to hear Valerie Nita come testify. Valerie, if you come tell Jamaica, who tell her say aneurysm Melissa died from? All I see, look here. We need everybody where they dead if you come testify. We want to know why Dayton Campbell never go up there. Because me yesterday call him and him say him down there in Kingston. Damian Crawford for come testify because me yesterday call Damian and him say me now come up there because I know my head Silvera that whole umbrella over. We want to know who called Damian and what then tell him say. Me yesterday call Damian and Damian say me not coming up there after I know my head him did a whole umbrella over. Whole heap of unanswered question, man. So if nobody else no need a trial, this need a trial. Too many people were there. Too many unanswered questions. And it's not fair and it's not right for Silvera go take no plea and him alone do no sentence. Silvera, if you watch this, don't take no sentence by yourself. Talk everything. I saw me see it. Talk and tell the people then where you call Mark Golden and tell him say. And when tell you for do. Don't it, guys? Yeah, man, we need fear everything. Okay, that's good to know. I'm glad to hear that. The DPP is good. What I don't like now about the DPP is, I don't know if the DPP caused the office to look so politicized or if people. Because you have some people, you know, them some of the things them what they do. If the DPP prosecutes somebody who is politically connected or is a politician, the other side accuse her, say she this and she that. And if she not do it or not do it on time, or if she not have enough evidence or something, the other side come and accuse her again. That situation became so toxic. If I were Paula, I would have gladly left. Because it became so toxic. And when none of them are abuse her, them a sing song half far and a talk about she must go suck or whatever. We don't know what they say. And all she's doing is doing the job of a prosecutor. Somebody has to do it. Then do that woman this son sitting. Also. Jamaica 411, you know, he said, we need a trial for this year. Sylvia, for talk everything. Talk Sylvia, cause trust me. When them go in a back room and an interview, you see the first one they contact, your business, a parchment of him name first if you call. Because a parchment first come out can say, you say you find Melissa slumped over on the floor. So, and parchment say, I'm sister. Rachel call him up there. Me showing you the video and showing you the bush them where Melissa live. Look how far. Look how far. Come and talk. What little bit of blood do, because then say she help fix up Melissa's body. Come talk everything, man. See the boy them get implicated in a Leoda situation. Then come own up to where they do and talk with them for talk pan. And them can at least know them can start with them time. So come talk. We back here. That are the only thing we back up on. Come talk, Silvera. The way I beg you, come talk. Now I draw out this too much longer. Come talk where you call Alfred does to come up there, condo. Anyway, guys. Like I said, if you guys didn't watch last night's episode, this is one of the best ones so far on this channel. Vision 2030. I think Jamaica ought to be talking about this more. We have 5 years left, which will be 21 years. And by that time, as a nation, we are going to look at what we have done together over 21 years in terms of national development. Right? Anyway, we're going to cut it off here and we will come back tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow or maybe the night after. But I will let you guys know. You say, look a bit of blood keep political church. Why? All who want baptized in the blood, you know, go over political church. All who want baptized in the blood. You know them have holy blood over there. Go on our political church. Anyway, guys, let us come off of this before I get myself into any trouble over here. Have a good night, guys, and thank you so much for joining. And please share the live and subscribe to all our friends them over here so we can get the nice, good information. Them here. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.